Hey guys, this is IPQ bringing you another exciting audio commentary. This is STX Seoul versus Team eSTRO, and they're going to be represented by Notice and Sea.Really. Notice has a good TVT record. He's a pretty decent player on STX, and they're sending him out to try and take a few wins while they save their strongest players for later. But Sea.Really is actually eSTRO's one of their backbone players that they rely on to get wins, even though he's not that good. But Team eSTRO is not that good in general, and they've been relying on Sea.Really a lot. And Sea.Really is famous for having really good macro. I've actually seen VOD of him where he just demonstrated really good macro and macroing up the Marines in TVZ. And here, Sea.Really starting at the top, and he's in green, but since they're going to change the colors, since Notice is in like teal, and so they're going to ally Sea.Really, and they're going to turn on allied colors, so Sea.Really is going to be yellow at the top, and then Notice is going to be red at the bottom. And as I was saying, Sea.Really's macro is just impeccable. You can watch his barracks, and they all have one Marine queue, not two, but one. And then right before each Marine pops out, he queues another Marine in there. So it's just he has the macro thing down to a science. I mean, he's just optimized it completely. Although in turn vs turn, it's not going to help quite as much because you know, you're just not going to be making as many units. Even if you miss building unit by second, it's not going to matter as much as you know, if you miss making 20 Marines from 20 barracks. Although we're exaggerating, but whatever. And then as you can see, Sea.Really actually is building his supply depot in that position because he's blocking off the back of the mineral, so the SCVs don't go into the back to mine, because you see they have those two gaps in there, and he's gonna fill them with buildings so that the SCVs don't go in the back and waste time. And he's gonna build his barracks at 11 at the bottom of his base, so he can build one Marine and lift it off and start scouting Notice really fast. While Notice is going for 12 barracks and 12 refineries, so he's getting his barracks and refinery at the same time, so he can get this factory the fastest. It's a minor difference, but Sea.Really is going to have a Marine out fast to chase around the scout. So that's one good thing that he's got going for him. But he's going to scout into the base of Notice faster because he's going to, you know, lift off his barracks. And they're sending out their scouts, and we're going to see which builds these players are going to go for. I'm assuming Sea.Really is going to do something like go for a fast expansion. See, they're mining their 100 gas because you need the 100 gas to make a factory, and you know, usually that's what people do to get a fast expansion. They're going to man 100 gas and then take some SCVs off and make their expansion. And since Sea.Really's macro player, that's what he did. He took off 2 off gas, and then Notice actually took all 3 off gas. So he's going to be expanding as well. He needs the minerals to start his expansion. So both of the scouts actually get into the base, even though the Marine was there to try to prevent the scout from going in. It still managed to sneak in to scout Sea.Really's base. So Notice knows that Sea.Really is fast expanding, but Sea.Really knows that Notice is also fast expanding. So neither one has a big advantage right now, and they're both gonna get their expansions up and their factories up, and we're gonna see how this game continues. And as you can see, the barracks of Sea.Really, they're just floating, you know, already halfway across the map. And Sea.Really started his expansion slightly faster, by 200 HP than Notice, maybe 300 HP. And so Sea.Really's slightly ahead, but it's not gonna matter that much, I don't think, because it's a small advantage that Sea.Really has. And we're gonna see what they do in the mid game. So Notice actually is moving out with 2 Marines, SCV, and then his vultures are gonna catch up, and he's actually taking care to avoid the barracks to do some early pressure. He's probably gonna kill that Marine, and I'm not sure what he's gonna go after. Maybe he's gonna plan to go into starport, and but Sea.Really has 2 vultures. And we'll see. Okay, never mind. He's just getting his second factory, and so is Sea.Really, and they're gonna be pretty evenly matched. They're not gonna fight or anything. Even though Notice has 1 more Marine, that's great for him. He doesn't do anything, but they're gonna be getting their economies up, and Sea.Really's already transferring his SCVs to his expansion. So yeah, his expansion is ahead. And look at that, a manor barracks by Sea.Really. That's just cute. I've seen this before, but it's just cute when it happens. And actually, Notice is gonna go in and try to kill Sea.Really's vultures and marines. So he gets 1 vulture and 1 marine, gets another vulture down. And this SCVs come off the line to fight, and he still has a few... Okay, so his marines go down, and there's 1 vulture, and he's gonna kill a bunch of SCVs, and then the barrack is getting attacked by workers of Notice. So Notice did some damage there, but he's getting damage dealt back by the barracks. I'm not sure why he lifted it. He wasn't getting that much damage. I think he must have been curious what Notice was up to, and he can possibly scout out his base and see whether he's getting a starport or multiple factories like he is doing right now. So they're both going for the vultures. Vulture openings have been really popular in this map on TVT. Because of those bridges, you can contain your opponents. So if they say get an early tank, you can mine everywhere, and the tank will not be able to move out before you have scan. And as you can see, Sea.Really also blocked the second hole with his supply depot, although at this point it's no longer that important, because right now what we have to see is if there's going to be any encounter of the vultures. Notice and Sea.Really are moving their vultures around, and they're gonna get a whole bunch of vultures, and they don't want to fall too much behind because they're gonna get contained on the bridges if they do. So that's not a good thing. If you go Goliath tank, you might get owned by something like a vulture tank because you're not gonna be able to move out of your base. So that's why vultures are good to go on this map. And right now they're just posturing all over the map to make sure that they're not getting flanked or nobody's putting proxy anything anywhere. They have to maintain some degree of map control, and they're most likely going to get mines and put a bunch of mines everywhere. That's a good thing to do when you have a lot of vultures, because mines are so cost effective. It's, they get 3 a pop for each vulture, and you still get to keep the vulture after you deploy your 3 mines. So it's just I'm pretty sure they're gonna get mines, but they're gonna get speed first and then the mines. And okay, so now the barracks is just chilling there, scouting some vultures, and we're gonna see. Okay, so Sea.Really is deviating a little bit by getting that tank, so he's gonna be getting some tanks, and we're gonna see if Notice is gonna get some tanks as well. Okay, so they both got 1 tank, and okay, a big fight's going on, and it's at the bridges. So actually, Sea.Really has an advantage because he didn't have to go through the bridge, so his positioning, his arc was better, and he's microing his vultures back too, the ones that are getting hit. So now Notice is gonna have to back off, and I think that was a mistake for him to fight on the bridge, because now he has a disadvantage because he has less vultures, and even though the tanks are stronger than the vultures, it's 2 tanks versus like 7 vultures and 2 tanks. It's something that you don't want to be doing, and he's being pushed back into his base, and this is terrible for Notice. I can't believe he lost from having about equal amount of units to Sea.Really. So I guess Sea.Really's macro really did work out for him, and he got that 1 vulture more, as well as of course better positioning, which is always key. And now Notice has to pull off a whole bunch of SCVs to fight, but Vultures are very good against SCVs, so when you pull off your SCVs to fight against... And notice GJ's! He has lost his expansion because he's gonna get it mined and he won't be able to land it, and he decided GG because he's just gonna lose this game regardless. And I wouldn't say GG early, he did right in time. So good game, and I'm going to be going over to set 2.
비슷한 숫자가 있었습니다만 지형이 분리됐어요.
네, 서로 팽팽했기 때문에 한순간의 전투에 따라서 경기 결과가 이렇게 된 것이고 김경희 선수가 다리를 건너오다가 큰 피해를 너무 많이 봤죠. 박상호 선수는 이 기회 확실하게 잡고 한 방에 치고 내려가서 탱크 추가하고 여기서 경기를 끝내버렸네요.
네, 그렇습니다. 오늘 1세트 경기 선봉장으로 추격한 박상호 선수가 STX 김경희 선수를 누르고 1승을 달성합니다.